So, hello and welcome. Generally, we do our videos standing near the ground or the location where we go to do the stories. But today, we are here sitting at the Pallekele International Stadium just because, again, it's the last off day at the LPL 2026. And, as I said, it's a last off day tomorrow and day after tomorrow. The only two remaining league matches, first will be Colombo Caps versus Gol Gallants, that will be played tomorrow, and day after tomorrow the last league match, which will be a decider, that will be played between Dambula Sixers and the table toppers SC Jaffna Kings, who are also the defending champions. But after yesterday's loss, Candy Royals loss, the table has again become wide open. But as we have already told you in our qualification scenario video, that there are only two teams who are on the brink of disqualification. Only one team will disqualify, and at the moment it can be either Candy Royals or Dambula Sixers. Now everything rests up to the last league game that Dambula Sixers will play, and they will be here for the practice session as well. But this, as we have already said, that this league has been so competitive now that it will go to the last league match to decide which four teams will go to Premadasa to play the playoffs. And this is why LPL has been garnering so much attention from all across the globe, because such has been the competitiveness of the league. But as we were entering, me and Debashish, we were entering the stadium, we were hit by a memory of 2017. This man was here for that white ball, or for that entire tour, which has white ball matches and test matches as well. And there was an ODI that was played here, third ODI between India and Sri Lanka. And there was infamous incident that took place at this very venue. But it got famous for something else, because the grass bank where we are sitting, the ground where we are sitting, there were images of MS Dhoni sleeping at the same ground with Rohit Sharma besides him. Devashish, I'll straight come to you first. Your thoughts on or your memories of that moment when there was a disruption in play that took place, and then MS was sleeping on, like he's on the bed, and Rohit was there. Rohit was also seeing that happen. What are your memories of that match?
Yeah, absolutely, Vaibhav. It was rare to see MS Dhoni lying down just next to the main wicket, the match wicket, and it was because of crowd trouble. Means there were bottles that were thrown inside the ground because India were just marching for victory, and then all of a sudden crowd became restless and they started throwing their water bottles, and that led to a 30-minute, exactly 30-minute stoppage of play. And even Mahendra Singh Dhoni, seeing that what to do, he decided to lie down, fall flat on the ground. And Rohit Sharma and that picture literally became viral. Means people might be wondering why was Mahendra Singh Dhoni lying down, because it has never happened so during a match, and that is the perhaps the only incidents where Mahendra Singh Dhoni was seen, and because of nothing to do with his health, but because of crowd trouble, 30 minutes of stoppage of play because crowd got restless. And there have been incident in the past where the Sri Lankan team was not performing well. There was an incident in Premadasa Stadium, which we might share with you later. It was between two fan groups, but this was particularly about Sri Lanka team's dismal performance. Vaibhav.
Exactly, and fans showed their displeasure, although that was something that shouldn't have taken place at a cricket wing venue. Obviously, at that time Sri Lanka was struggling in all three formats. India defeated them 3-0 in Test series. In one day series they also defeated, and one of the T20Is also. That one of T20I also was won by India. So that was a particular tough home series for Sri Lanka, but that was not done from the fans' point. But again, as Devashish has said, that particular image, as went viral, and in fact, Rohit Sharma in one of his birthday post for MS Dhoni has shared the same image.
Right.
So that tells you something about how, what are the memories of those players on this particular venue. But if you talk about the performances of that match, Rohit obviously scored 100, uh, MS scored a valiant 50, unbeaten 50. But then there was a Jasprit Bumrah as well, who took a 5 for 27, if I am not wrong. Debasis, at that time, Jasprit Bumrah was finding his feet in international cricket. It was its start, rise of Jasprit Bumrah. What are your fond memories of that particular spell which Jasprit Bumrah bowled? Because at that time, Thiramane was doing really well. I think scored some 80 odd in that match. That's why Sri Lanka were able to score some 215 or 216.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was the first instance we saw the emergence of Jasprit Bumrah. But I would rather talk about another person, another India cricketer who just made his presence in international circuit, and obviously I'm talking about none other than Hardik Pandya. It was at this very ground where he scored his maiden Test 100.
And that was his first class 100 as
Yeah,
well.
exactly,
The
exactly. And
first 100.
what an incredible knock it was. So fond memories of that Hardik century, because we were covering that series, and what a knock it was. So lot of memories for the Indian team when it, but obviously not so good when during the Asia Cup, when India played Pakistan.
Yes.
And yes, we all know, remember that spell from Shaheen Shah Afridi at the start. But um, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, given that the legend he has been, Vaibhav follows everything about Mahendra Singh. It was actually his idea. Let me just tell you, I mean, it was actually his idea. We were just chatting among ourselves. What shall we do? Shall we do a history, a story on the history of the stadium? But then it all of a sudden, the idea struck for Vaibhav. So this is the same ground where Mahendra Singh Dhoni was seen lying down for half an hour.
Yeah, definitely. And I have never seen that happening. The other time that I have seen MS lying on a ground was during the Mohali IPL game between that was played between the Punjab Kings and CSK. Yuvraj Singh also teased MS Dhoni at that time. But apart from that, hardly I have seen MS lying on the, because you don't get that much time in a white ball cricket. There's so much quick turnaround between overs, so that doesn't really happen. But yeah, that was the memory. You also share us what are your memories of that particular ODI. He was there, I was watching from the television. You tell us where were you and what are your memories of that particular ODI, and in your memories of Pallekele. If you have anything, just let us know in the comment section, and we'll keep coming up with stories like this. So keep following Rev Sports for more such content. Thank you.